Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 13 of our Union Summer 61 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. So we do have a new viewer unit in the mix now, and that is... Oh, didn't change the name of it. Where'd I put that? We have Sig's Fearless Cavalry under the command of Minty. And that is for Social Safari John. And they are standing up right now, and they'll be ready to go in 17 days. Scottish Highlanders got another 6 days, and then they'll be going down to either 10th or 11th Corps. I haven't decided yet, and I do have a generic engineer brigade raising up for 11th Corps. So, I forgot to bring this up I brought it up the end of the last episode, and I should have brought it up at the beginning. Some of you all have been having problems commenting on some of the videos. That's not on my end. That's actually on YouTube's end. If you type in a comment and you hit enter, you don't see anything go up, it might actually pop up later on in the day. I know I had one commenter, he commented on one video, said he couldn't comment on another one, and about 2 or 3 hours after I saw that comment, he had about 10 pop up on the previous video. So there's something going on at the YouTube side of it, so I don't know what it is. I sent an email to support. Doubt I'll ever hear back from them. But it is what it is. Alright, so last episode, we saw the Battle of Sixta-Wheeling with General Ord's 2nd Army and his 4th Corps seeing off 4 Corps from the rebels. That would be Beauregard's Corps, Bragg's Corps, and Porter's Corps, all of the Army of Northern Virginia, and the Army of Tennessee. So, it is now October 1st. So I don't think there will be anything this month. There might be. We still have a month left of the campaigning season for the most part. Once again, we're just holding steady up here in the north. If there is a battle this episode, it probably will be up here at Wheeling again. Maybe. I hope not. I'm getting tired of fighting there. And down here in Florida, we got 2nd Corps has just built itself a supply depot. Its morale's back up to confident, trying to get it some ammunition right now. And its army headquarters is out here in the ocean making its way down to it. 1st Army and the 1st Corps of the U.S. regulars have orders to head back to Pensacola for the winter. I have the Engineer Corps building a fortification down here at Cedar Key. And 11th Corps is still over here at Mobile. They are formed up now, but I have no plans to move them until I am in New Orleans. So 10th Corps, which is still handling the siege of Fort Pike, I did order to begin an assault at the end of last episode. Hopefully that will resolve in our favor here shortly, because they are out of food and ammunition, so I need this siege done so I can get them into New Orleans and capture this supply depot. So I do believe that covers everything for now, and I'll be back once something happens. You know, I said that covers everything for now, but we did end the episode on October 1st, so it's actually time for the monthlies. I actually forgot about that. And once again, you saw this doubling up on the monthly and intelligence reports. These two are bad. You want the two that are above it. Alright, so current rating of our nation is BB minus. It says BB plus up here. Our debt increased by another 50 million, so we did cut 2 bonds in the last month. Though there's only one, must have cut another one at the end somewhere, I didn't notice. So it says we lost 17 million in revenue. That's not good. Export volume last month was 740 out with 2.2 coming in. So I don't see how we'd lost tax revenue when we're tariffing the hell out of that. Average core production over the last 3 months was 512 million and changed to negative 60 million. And we're still lacking all the same things in economy. The list has gotten a little shorter again. It varies monthly on how big and how short it is. But flour's been the big one. That's our food production. Salt's been catching back up again. Rice is still down, but that takes plantations. So it's basically all the same stuff all over again is what's holding us back on that. Finance-wise. So yeah, so we spent 1 billion. We spent 195 million more than we brought in, which is basically shows you that we are getting things under control. We got to bring it in a little better now. Got to figure out where I can save that money out of. It's the Army upkeep that is killing us. The Navy upkeep's only 147 million. The Army upkeep's over 511 million. And administration's almost at 100 million. Subsidies are at 72 million. Subsidies will start coming down here once I have a few more things that I want. Like economy. Well, economy's only at 5 million. It's the industry and military are what are sucking everything up right now at 25 million apiece. So we will get that under control at some point. I believe the construction of 1 or 2 railroads should actually even us out. Intelligence-wise. So Confederates are working on government funding 1. Says their credit rating is as bad as ours. They've completed French warships project. Relations are still at 52%. That has not changed. They haven't done any projects to bring that up. It says they haven't recruited any men. And they started building another 2 ships. And someone pointed this out last episode. It was in the newspaper. I totally missed it. We did take out James Longstreet. So, no big loss there as far as I am concerned, because I do not like the man. And their morale is down by 33%. That's a big hit. Then again, 2 big losses in a row at Winchester. At Wheeling will do that. And policies-wise. We're working on print notes. That's almost done. That'll be complete in another 4 days. And I'll probably hold off on anything else. We'll see how much print notes helps us, but I don't know how much it will. So I really don't want to take print notes too. Projects-wise, let's see what we got here. Still do not have another level of logistics reform available. That is a very expensive one to take. So I really don't need anything else out of here for the military side of things except for logistics. We're on this side. Occupation administration. Take a level of suppressed population. Still waiting for another level of farm mechanization. I believe that will help us out. I want market reform. So what else we want is also improved credit rating, which is very expensive. It takes 13 million to fund that. We got it funded at just under 6 million. So once we take improved credit rating, I'll be able to drop the subsidy fundings for markets. All right, now I do believe that covers everything, so I will be back. So it's October 14th in game, and we have finally taken Fort Pike. 10th Corps is now heading down the road towards Santa Elena, with 6th Army and 11th Corps on their way to join them. I do have 1st Corps, 1st Army, trying to move up around the river, get around these raiding fleets in the river here to join them on the other side of the river in Mobile. And over here in Florida, Atchison's Corps has returned as soon as I pulled out 1st Corps, 1st Army. He came back down in and he's now retaking Tallahassee. And the Army of Pensacola with Van Dorn's Corps actually ported out from Tampa and came up here towards Cedar Key to chase away my Engineer Corps. So I do have orders for 2nd Corps to head down and meet them over here at Noonensville. Well, it's going to be a while for get their orders. So 2nd Army's still out at sea. So they have another 68 hours before they get the orders. Actually, I think his army commander will be landed before they even have those orders. So hopefully we can grab them down here in Newmansville. Or Noonensville, my bad. But we'll see. Even if both these corps join up together, that's 7,500 men. And that's 8,000 men. So they're about... 2nd Corps and these 2 Rebel Corps are about equal in number. So I'm not worried about it. But, look who's back again. And they are bringing 5 Corps this time. Looks like Beauregard, Loring, Gist, Army of the Shenandoah, which only has 850 men in it, and Army of the Peninsula, so... Loring's Corps, Wonder what happened to J.W. Porter. I think Loring had a corps already, so it's not like Porter's out of action. So it looks like we are going to have 7th Wheeling this episode as much as I didn't want to. Who knows, maybe they'll give us a different map this time. Whoa. They're bringing 104,000 men. Okay, so there were corps I did not see. Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully it is the same map so they can't capitalize on those numbers. We got here Army of the Peninsula, Department of Norfolk, Gist Corps, Army of Shenandoah, Loring's Corps, Beauregard's Corps, and 4 unknowns. But we'll find out once we're in the map, so definitely taking this fight. We haven't lost that Wheeling yet, and I don't plan on starting, so I'll be back after the load screen. Alright, right now is a perfect illustration is why you save once you're on the battle map. So the game crashed while I was loading in. And, yeah, so as soon as I came back into the game, went onto the campaign map, 7th Wheeling turned into a siege. So, I'll take that. I got no complaints on that. So, I'm moving 8th Corps up to help support the siege. And, you know, we could win it, we may not win it. It could go either way, really. Yeah, these numbers look messed up. Showing 18,980 men, 2,200 cavalry, and 59 guns. So that's not all the corps. That's only 2 of the corps. So these corps down here are not involved. Alright, Mansfield's made it to Florida. Bull's armies move directions. I'm going to let this siege play out. I'm kind of happy with that. It lets me get 8th Corps a little closer. Let me actually get some use out of them. Maybe I can throw in a flank, take that over to a real battle and throw in a flank attack. That'll do some damage to those corps. I knew he was going to be landed before those orders were received. Halt orders and reissue those orders. I don't know where that corps went off to now. So we'll start moving them towards Tallahassee. They're up this way. That makes it easier for me to chase them out again if necessary. And Delafield, you come over this way. Like I said, I'm going to let that siege play out. I'm going to start maneuvering 2nd Corps around, see if I can't find these rebels here in Florida. And I'll be back. Alright, looks like October is going to be a busy month. Lovell and Withers came off the island over here at Fort Gaines and started chasing down 11th Corps. You think they would have gone to retake Mobile, but they decided to chase 11th Corps for some reason. So you got Gerald Withers going up against Wool. So 11th Corps will be on the field. This will be their first action of the war. And 10th Corps will be joining them in 47 hours. And on the field, they're going to be Withers and Lovell's Corps. So, obviously, we're definitely going to take this fight. And I'll be back after the load screen if it does not crash on me again. Here's hoping. Welcome to the Battle of Mississippi City. Alright, we're on the Swampy Creek map. We're on this side of the river. They are defending Centerville Pike North with their deployment zones here and over here at the Dr. Smith house. So they could be on both sides of the river. Now, I'm not going to worry about forces on this side of it. Yeah, what I am going to do is bring the entire Corps across the river here at Stone Bridge. So hopefully they won't have anybody guarding it when we get there. And set up for an attack up here at Centerville. So I have a feeling the defense line might be here along this fence. I could be wrong, though. It could be here at Centerville. But first things first is getting my guys across the river because I'm not fighting across it up here at Jones Ford or at Roberts Ford. So I'm going to get my troops in position, start marching them out, and I'll be back once I have contact with the rebels. Alright, I do have a little change of plans here. Because this is 11th Corps' first fight, and they have me with a 2-to-1 advantage in numbers, and it is not the rebels' first fight. I'm actually going to set up defensively down here at the Stone Bridge on this terrain here. It's not the best in the world, but I don't think it'd be a smart idea for me to push up to Centerville. So, I'm going to push across the river still. I'm going to take this entry point just in case the rebels decide to come down the road because they do have a 2-to-1 numbers advantage on me. They may just decide to do that. I'm going to set up down here and await the arrival of 10th Corps, which is 46 hours away. So hopefully the rebels leave me alone until then. I highly doubt it. So, once again, I will be back if we do have any contact with the rebels. Here's hoping we don't. Alrighty, we're coming up on 1430, day 1. And we have sighting on the rebels. They are actually set up on the defensive point at Centerville Pike North. And you can't see everything now, but they are spread throughout these woods back here. And I've only seen up to this battery here. I think 1 brigade to their right. So there might be more forces to their right. They do have 2 corps on the field. So I'm not going to be attacking them. They have me outnumbered 2-to-1. So it's not a good idea for me to attack. Especially with a corps that's their first battle. So I've pushed my troops up towards Centerville. Probably a little foolhardily. But it doesn't look like the rebels are going to be coming out to attack me either. So even if they do, I should be able to hold for the 1 day until 10th Corps arrives. And then I'll be able to slam an attack into the rebels. So I won't be attacking with the 11th Corps as it is their first battle. I need the first battle jitters gone before I do anything like that. So setting up defensively right now along this wall out in this field with 3rd Division in reserve with the artillery. And I'm going to be moving the cavalry to cover this crossing, and facing rear here at this point. So, one thing I did notice is this pontoon's not built, but this one is. So this one was in the AI's deployment zone. So I think the other corps might be sitting up here somewhere. So I only see enough troops for 1 corps when they have 2. And something I did notice is both these corps from the rebels are from the same army. But their army commander is not on the field. So that's advantageous to us, as both corps, once again, will not act in concert, as their army commander is not on the field for some reason. I don't know why he's not. He should have been in the area, unless he stayed on the island. Which is, I'm thinking, is what happened. So, I'm going to keep these troops moving. And, wait out until 10th Corps arrives. So, I'm back. Alrighty, we have moved into day 2. I do not believe the rebels will come out looking for me. They haven't. They may not. I don't believe so. But I have set up my divisions left to right, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, covering this open field here outside of Centerville. I still have only sighted that 1 corps. I don't know what a second one is. So I have the cavalry over here just kind of watching this low ground. 1 regiment here watching this pontoon bridge, and I'm sending this regiment back to overwatch the stone bridge. As we just don't know where that other corps is, and they can march around and show up in my rear if I'm not careful. But if they do come on from the objective point, I should have a very good defensive position. So we're just going to hold out here. The 10th Corps is still 22 hours away, so they will not be here till tomorrow morning. And if the rebels don't attack, I'm probably going to need an entire day to get 10th Corps into its attacking position. So this looks like it might run into a 4-day affair, just maneuvering troops into position. So I'll be back. So it's 0700 on day 3. 10th Corps is now on the field. So I didn't have any sighting on the rebels at all yesterday. They didn't come out to attack me. And I'm still unsure if this is one or both corps that are up here at the defense point. So what I'm going to do now with 10th Corps is I'm going to prep them for an attack across Jones Ford up here. And so I'm sending the cavalry division just to scout out down these roads here, just to see if we can spot the 2nd Rebel Corps, because I don't know if they are up here or not. If I could fight 1 corps while it's separated from the other on the other side of the river and knock it out of the battle, I will do that. If they're not there, I'll set up for an attack across Jones Ford. I will send 11th Division basically up to this deployment area right here and try to draw the attention of the Rebel AI defense forces in this area, since I know they're kind of strung out along this path here. So that should get me close enough to attract the AI's attention. So I'm going to move forward with this, and I'll be back once I have contact with some rebels. Alright, I just realized my microphone was on mute for all that. So, we'll do a little catch up here. So it took me, it's now day 4. It took me the entirety of day 3 to move 10th Corps into position, as I had to shove them up this one road, so it did take a while to get that entire corps up the road. I had the opportunity to move 11th Corps a little more forward, and I did take that opportunity in the hopes of drawing the rebels out to attack me, and that looks like exactly to be what they are doing. This division a little more forward. Didn't have the deployment done. I couldn't really get them in. So I don't actually plan on attacking with this corps. It's just keeping the rebels tied down a little bit over here on this flank. Yeah, I shouldn't have any scouts out anymore. And it looks like I might have completed that objective. And all my batteries have some type of siding. So they're moving somebody back over. It did look like they had kept the area clear. Now they're moving. AI's realizing what I'm up to. But, 1st Division still hasn't even received its orders to move across. And someone's wounded already. Ayers. So that's a divisional officer in 11th. Don't know why he was so close to the front line. So I messed up with this divisional artillery here. Most of these batteries, there's a 20-pounder. And 2 more 20-pounder batteries. They're only supposed to have one 20-pounder battery. I don't know what I did there, but I was wondering why I was short 20-pounders for the rest of my corps. Now I know why, because every corps is supposed to have one battery of 20s. Yep, so that's the reason why. So every corps is supposed to get one battery of 20s and one battery of 30s. Are they prepping to block my crossing, or are they just marching troops around? Tenth Corps is the one I want to fight with, since they are experienced. Not the best spot for the cav is this little marshland down here, but I want to have that flank closed up. Yeah, they're moving across the block to halt 1st Division. That's 2nd, maybe 1st. 1st, just halt in place, just halt. Don't need you to cross the river right now. Marching back that way. Clear out these batters with my divisional artillery and then push my infantry across. Or actually, push you guys forward to there. Why do I have a 10-pounder as a divisional attachment? Or that might have been the guns they were originally armed with. I gotta give them Napoleons. It looks like we'll have a hard time seeing off their artillery, though. Problem is, my morale is bad. It's a little better than it was, but I took over 1,400 casualties. I was over 1,300 casualties just from attrition over the 4 days getting to this point. It's about 1% of my force. It was higher before 10th Corps arrived. That was about almost 800 attrition casualties, which amounted to almost 3% of my force. So I did have to wait for their arrival. Batteries are ready to break. So I'll be able to push 1st Division straight across to this stone fence, it looks like. First Division, push straight across. Cavalry on their left. Excuse me. I lost sight of these guys. First, we'll continue pushing you across now, since we seem to have lost some sighting. Is that a detachment? Yeah. Alright, looks like we have a little bit of a lull here, so as the action starts to pick up again, I'll be back. It looks like the rebels are trying to push into the woods to meet my extreme right. I don't know if the AI really knows what it wants to do right now, as I have divisions coming in from basically every direction. First is still trying to get across the river. I wanted to order 2nd Division across already, but I gotta wait for this ford to clear up. I want to get 2nd Division up here on the heights and attacking down the hill back behind them. The 1st Division can push across this low land. It looks like my cavalry got into position before the infantry did. All of 11 Corps is fragmented. It's pretty bad. Because I did the overnight redeploy with them. They are fragmented, and they just haven't had a long enough break to get out of that. Second cavalry should be fine. I do want to pincer these lowland units down here between 1st and the cavalry. I just gotta wait for 1st to get into position. That 3rd Division pushing a little more forward now. I may be able to get them in a line here, hopefully. We can start ringing in these corps. It looks like they got everybody shoved down here along the creek, which is not a good place for everybody to be. And 1st Division, I don't know why, sent their brigades in weird directions. The brigade from the right's going to the center. The brigade from the left's going all the way to the right. The center brigade's going to the left. It just doesn't make sense. But the division commander was taken out, so orders probably just not getting done properly. And we're actually breaking their brigades fairly easily, it seems like. I'm a little surprised by that. We are catching up with them pretty quickly with casualties. We already got them up to 1,400 to our 1,600. though their morale is higher than ours, it's actually not that much higher anymore. It was over 50. It's now below 50. They are breaking fast. Alright, New Mexico with that brigade. They're already retreating. You guys push up to there. 2nd Division. Need you to start crossing. Need you crossing already, but I had to wait. I think my artillery's done a lot of good work for me so far in breaking up their formations. Why is that brigade ready to break? First battle. Oh, they're under artillery fire. And fragmented, so... First Division is just taking forever because of the fragmentation. You guys firing. Who's firing? Oh, the skirmishers. Go hit them. You know what? Just advance to right there. And the battery broke. Hopefully he doesn't get defamed, but he kind of deserves it. I'm not going to sit here and take shots I don't need to take. Are you ready to break? Morale's a pain in the ass on this fight. Get you guys up to the stream. You guys go hit that battery. What does First Division look like here? Alright, Canby's finally firing, and we lost sight of that brigade. Awesome. Start pushing forward at Morgan's brigade. Hopefully we get these guys resighted. Yep, there they are. Keep pushing forward and hitting Greg. Sorry if it looks a little choppy, but there's a lot of things going on the map right now. Finally almost at the wall. Gallon rifles, U.S. Marine Corps Regiment. Why is your morale so bad? Don't like their commander. I don't know who's running the division right now. Let's see my skirmishers off. Orleans Guard is ready to break. Union Brigade and the Louisiana Tigers. South Carolina Cadets, Defense Brigade, Washington Artillery, Garrison. Some brigades here I thought I wiped out. Yeah, good, Greg's broken. Come on, strange man, get out of that swamp. Canby. Buckeye Brigade started advancing against that artillery. You guys look at position. So bring you guys into the fight. There and keep them in the fight. Just get up to the wall. You'll be fine once you're at the wall. And it looks like we got that cavalry position. Yep. Allen rifles broken. Down here is broken now. See you guys up there. Morgan's brigade shouldn't hold out too long. Nope, getting ready to go already. Break one of these two brigades before New York City Rats break. And this division's winded from going through all those woods. There's second division coming up now. Who's that? Greg's brigade. Freaking Morgan's brigade. We got another brigade on the flank we need to take care of. There we go. Can't see them, but they're still firing at them. Trying to fire. I need to be firing at that artillery battery. Broke. Two brigades broken. New York City Rats and John's Rangers. So don't get discouraged. This is this Corps' first battle. So I really did expect this. I just didn't expect them to be doing as much fighting as I have been doing. Let's have 10th Corps in position. I should be able to mop this up fairly easily. Yeah, we have their morale lower than us now. How often I gotta tell you guys to go shoot them? on Sam Wood. Get up there. Get in line up there. Let's catch these guys in the crossfire. If you guys get on the damn wall or the railroad cut. Now the Buckeye Brigade's not doing so hot. Still have them on my morale, but not by much. We are inflicting more casualties. Yep. Here goes Washington's first. 11th Corps is just falling apart. And Buckeyes just broke. Go here and hit Benning. Get up on this flank. 2nd Division, I need you in position. Need to fight, Kiwis. Just got those orders to halt. And Marines are about to break. And 1 brigade from 2nd Division's fully up so far. What the hell? 3rd Division start crossing. Advancing at that cavalry. That's a brigade we already broke, so they reformed. These guys are not doing too hot. Guys are still stuck in there. Mount up. Figured they would have auto-mounted with a long-distance move. And there go the Marines. And 3rd Division has their orders, thankfully. I feel all these retreating units are going to be messing with mine. want to start moving the artillery across onto the hillside, but they're just going to block up the fort if I do that. Where'd that cavalry brigade go? There goes that battery. Down the road. First I was still back there. Jeez. Good job, Canby. Go hit this brigade now. That's a Stonewall brigade. Oh, wait, that's it. Are they moving out of the way? Please tell me they're moving. Yes. Thought that glitch was going to be stuck there. I was going to take a bunch of casualties trying to move them. And one of these brigades broke, too. I didn't notice that. You guys just halt. You're just... Everything on my right flank's a damn mess right now. Honestly, if it wasn't for the artillery laying out so much damage, this would probably be over already as a loss. We're at 3,200 casualties. They're at 6,000. Their morale's down to 23. Ours is at 34. You guys can rip apart Gardner. And then went to 2nd New York. You guys reformed? No. Hopefully they don't start advancing against that artillery division. They just might. Brigades retreating through my brigades. I'll go with those skirmishers. Get them away from the artillery battery. Gardner. Forever to get up here. Get over there. I feel the 3rd Division will be in place long before that last brigade in 2nd Division is. Get up there, keep them in fire. Break that brigade. There they go. Second Alabama, and maybe this will help us pathfind around this broken cavalry brigade here. This has just turned into an ugly mess. We have them at 13.4% casualties. Their morale's down to 22, so it's actually lower than ours still, even with all my broken brigades. refill there. Alright, New Mexico. We need to start hitting these brigades here. I don't want to push up just yet. I think I've axed enough of these guys. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Come on. Get the hell up here. And that broken brigade's just sucking up all those cavalries. Alright, looks like this battery's just broken. Yep. Benning's brigade, didn't we see you off already? I'm a little surprised the Surreys are still here, but good job, boys. Good job. I think your commander's in for a promotion. So lay you guys down for now. I totally forgot these boys were there. Warriors in the fight. Gotta break Benning first. Everything they have left is shoved up here in Centerville. You guys moving in battle line. You don't have advance orders, just have march orders. Hey, look, their division's going to be in place before they are. Alright, 4th Division, time to start crossing. So I guess I got 2 more divisions to throw into the fight. That's a good thing. Send you boys right there, cover their flank. You guys come right there, hopefully avoiding this cavalry over here. Firing, start firing. I expect the Kiwis to do it for you. There we go. Worthington, you're usually such a good commander, but I'm going to be very disappointed in you. River. Just surrendered. Colonel Klingman just surrendered to us, 1800. Very good. That's this brigade we're just firing on right here. forming, but the Legion of Sea folks about to break. So I can't even push them in. They have us in range. They shouldn't. They just might. They do have higher ground than us. Guess my batteries are still firing. That's helping us a lot. Let's get mounted. Need them away from this unit over here so we can start pushing them on the flank of Griffith's brigade. Looking like right now we got them up to 9,000 casualties to our 3,600, so we're doing very, very well for an attack, especially on this terrain and how fragmented my attack has been. And we have their morale down to 16. So this fight might not last too much longer. I was finally getting here. The squad is still waiting for its orders. Problem is, I didn't realize the Corps commander is all the way back here. Start moving the cavalry across also. I'm away from those guys. I can hit this brigade in the rear. Because they are now facing off against Strange Man's brigade. First division, now we look in. Now reform on that fence line. Let's clear up that back map a little bit. Good to have those guys under fire. Hell, I thought I told you guys to mount up. Or were they already mounted and I dismounted them? Alright, first Iowa, you haven't done anything. Get some firing in. So, Jim's squadron's still under command of McConnell because Harrington has not recovered his status yet. Alright, grunts, get up here. Same with the A.O.M Brigade. Come on forward. Get that road cleared for 4th Division. Start engaging Griffith, and I can put the cavalry on their flank. Oh, they got the sharps. I don't have to push them any closer. They're just hitting these guys at range. Almost to a major victory. Hopefully we get there. Still showing us as a minor defeat, but I think we're doing much better than they are right now. And the cavalry hitting this brigade in the rear, see them off. Even with them on the stone wall, having the cavalry in their rear is going to give them a... Besides firing into them, the cavalry will have an effect on their morale also. More than just being shot in the rear. Get in there and help the Strange Man Brigade before they break. Start shooting. There you go. I don't know why it's not showing them a rear attack. Squadron, almost in position. And Strange Man's falling back broken. Alright. I really thought the cavalry would have had him. Shows outflanked. They should have been showing reared out. I believe. They're ready to go also. A few division headquarters in range, so hopefully these guys take out their commanders. Company A, South Carolina Cadets. Those are Citadel boys. Kiwi Marines advance, first Iowa infantry. We should have cleared off that battery already. They're over 50%. Oh, there they go. They're over 50% casualties and still standing there. Advance on Gardner, Hannibal Brigade. Advance on the Washington Artillery. Jim Squadron. It's time to make up for last battle. Go hit Crittenden. A.O.M come up. Grunts are going to a good spot. Alright. There's 4th Division. Coming up the road. Along with the cavalry. I'm not even going to bother moving the artillery across. By the time they actually get here, the battle will be over. Got over 10,000 casualties now to our 4,100. Camby's almost out of ammunition. That's the problem with sharps, is they do go through their ammo fast. And he's not perked up to sharpshooters yet, so. Alright, go to the cadets with those carbines. See them off next and then start slowly surrounding whoever's left. This is all that's left right here. We're going to push, even though you're ready to break, we're going to push you boys ahead and give you some experience. First, these Surreys experienced up nicely during this fight. They did a lot of good work for me. Go to Crittenden. We have these guys surrounded. Let's see if we can get another brigade to surrender. South Carolina cadets are gone. Since they are retreating at you, let's see if we can catch some of these guys with the cap. Why would you go back around? Whatever. They could jump the damn wall. I don't know why they went back around it. Again, I have a feeling this infantry is going to run faster than the cap. And the 6th New York just broke for some reason. There we got them over 11,000 casualties now, 21% of their force. Shit, you know, I didn't look at any of these brigades behind me reform. No, but that's a strange man. Damn, they got back here fast. Things are getting real choppy now. So I think the AI is making a lot of decision moves. Come on. Ooh, this choppiness has got me a little frightened. Who just surrendered? Are you kidding me? The East Surreys just surrendered? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. There's no reason they should have... They were fine. Their morale was good. Why did they surrender? This is all the rebels have left right here. We're just mopping them up. The fact that the army's not broken and retreating yet is kind of amazing. Their morale's at 19.4. They're at 22% casualties and they're still standing and fighting. So I don't understand this. Surrey shouldn't have surrendered. You know what? Probably one of these brigades retreated into them and broke their damn morale. But they shouldn't have surrendered to that. That's it, last 2 brigades. That should have never have happened. Why aren't you guys shooting at that battery? I just go get them. That's it. They got nothing left. Why is this not over? That's it. There's the last 2 brigades right there. It says 23% casualties. That's probably higher than that. Keep shooting at them. Now you got that battery left. Which is a detachment. There's nobody left. Yeah, go shoot at those guys. You can rack up some additional casualties here. This doesn't make sense. There's nobody left. If you guys to shoot them, go shoot them. We're 23.2% casualties. You need to get 24. I don't know what's going on here. I think the game might be, like these sort of surrendering shouldn't have happened. I think this might be busted. Do a hard save here. And now they're retreating. Just want to shoot a few more to them because we're just shy of that major victory. We're 23.3% of our casualties. Everybody's too far away. We're not going to get them. I can't believe the Surreys surrendered. There was no reason for it. Let's just speed this along. Ugh. What a damn fiasco. That was a damned fiasco. But also partly my fault. I used 11th Corps a little harder than I said I was going to. So I let my aggressiveness get the better of me. We took down 10,000 of their 44,000 infantry, 700 or 3,900 cavalry. Got all 70 of their guns, or 12,000 of their 49,000 man force. We lost 6,139 infantry, over 1,000 that's prisoners from the Surreys. 261 of our 5,500 cavalry, 30 of our 163 guns. A total loss of 6,584 or 68,753 men. Let's take a look at the paperwork here. Every unit that fought here was all viewer units. So we'll start with 11th Corps since they were on the field first. So the cavalry division for 11th Corps, none of them are viewer units. So you have the 6th, 2nd, and 5th New York Cavalries. 6th did 72 infantry for a total of 73. Must have had another unit somewhere. That's it. 2nd New York Cavalry did 166 to infantry, 168 to cavalry for a total of 334. And the 5th New York did 70 to infantry, captured 39, did 25 to artillery for a total of 136. Division total of 543. 1st Division. The U.S. Marine Corps Regiment caused 234 to infantry, 139 to cavalry for a total of 373. John's Rangers did 177 to infantry, plus up to 179, so a couple of stray bullets hit some other units. Allen Rifles did 98. And that's it. And the first which one? I think it's Maryland. But they did 79 to cavalry, 31 to artillery for a total of 110. Division total is 760. 2nd Division, 1st East Surreys did 673 to infantry, captured 202. 4 to artillery and took another 13 prisoner for a total of 892. So I think one of those retreating brigades ran into the 1st East Surreys and caused them to surrender. It shouldn't have, but I think that is what happened. We'll look after the battle if the brigade's completely gone or not. If they are, we'll reform the brigade. Washington's 1st caused 206 to infantry, total 207, so stray bullet hit somebody else. And the New York City Rats, 655 to infantry, total 655. And the 2nd Light Artillery did 128 to infantry, took 2 prisoner, 3 to cavalry, 2 to artillery for a total of 139. Division total 1,893. 3rd Division The White PJs did 59 to infantry, 39 to cavalry for a total of 98. Worms' Warriors did 303 to infantry. Legion of Seafolk did 226 to infantry, 2 to artillery for a total of 235. And 3rd Michigan Light did 60 to cavalry for a total of 60. Division total 696. And this is the Massachusetts Artillery Division. So, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th batteries. 1st battery did 21 to artillery. 3rd battery did 98 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, 35 to artillery for a total of 145. 2nd battery did 47 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, 12 to artillery for a total of 65. 5th did 155 to infantry, 46 to artillery for a total of 209. And 4th did 120 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, 60 to artillery for a total of 189. Division total of 629, which isn't bad for a first time out. 10th Corps. Engineers didn't fight, cavalry division didn't fight. So 1st Division. Strangeman Brigade did 353 to infantry, took 2 prisoner, 105 to cavalry, total of 460. Buckeye Brigade did 42 to infantry, 71 to artillery for a total of 113. The New Mexico Volunteers did 1,472 to infantry, captured 6, took out 70 cavalry, 3 artillery for a total of 1,563. And Maryland Light Artillery Battery A did 5 to infantry, 7 to cavalry, for a total of 12. All the batteries in 10th Division, 10th Corps stayed on the other side of the river, so they're not going to have high numbers. 2nd Division, Kiwi Marines, did 408 to infantry, captured 253, took 18 cavalry prisoner, took out 34 artillerymen for a total of 728. 1st Iowa Infantry, which took forever to get into the fight, did 66 infantry, 92 to artillery, captured 36 for a total of 195. Hannibal Brigade did 166 to infantry, 87 to artillery, captured 3 more for a total of 256. And 2nd Kansas Independent Artillery did 6 to infantry. Division total 1,185. 2nd Division. Oh, that's who I was looking at. 3rd Division. Why does it give me the artillery? A.O.M Brigade didn't fight. My grunts didn't fight. The Gym Squadron did 197 to infantry, 42 to artillery for a total 241. And 1st New York Heavy Artillery did 56 to infantry, 2 to cavalry for a total 59. Division total 300. 4th Division I don't think got any fighting in, just a battery. And they did 103 to infantry, 5 to cavalry, 2 to artillery for a total 112. The Artillery Division. None of these are Bureau units, so division total 194. Like I said, all the batteries stayed on this side of the river over here on the far side of Jones Ford. But what a damn mess this fight was. This battle was a mess. Completely my fault. Like I said, I used 11th Corps more than I really intended to. The surrender of these Surreys really pisses me off. So I don't think they should have surrendered at all. Like I said, I think it was one of the brigades retreating through them caused them to break and surrender. But I don't know. I wasn't looking, and if I go look at the replay, it won't show me what happened because we weren't looking at that part of the map when it happened. It was just off screen to our right. Much bloodier battle than I anticipated. And we came in just shy of getting that major victory. Missed it by a few casualties. But this should help keep the Gulf region clear for us for a little bit longer as we move into New Orleans. Cogswell loses face. McCrae loses face. I got to go through both. I got to go through 11th. I got to give a new division commander, see if anybody lost face. So it's going to take me a minute to go through all that. Alright, Battle of Mississippi City has ended with Withers Corps and... Crap, who was the other corps? I got to take a look. I didn't write it down by mistake. But there are actually 2 corps there. both from the same army, but once again, their army commander was not on the field for some reason. And I don't understand why. I think he might have been stuck out on the island. We'll zoom in after we close this paper. So the enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 11,504 men, with 1,381 killed, 4,884 captured. Our casualties total 6,584 men, with 527 killed, 3,800 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 6,719 rifles and 25 guns from the battlefield and sent 4,753 enemy soldiers off to our prison camps. Let's keep that pause there for a second. So where is their army headquarters? Yep, it stayed on the island. That's why it wasn't there. This is Stuart's army. Lovell and Withers both belong to Stuart, and he stayed on the island at the fort. I don't know why. But this will see both of these units off for the time being, and will give time for 1st Corps to get down into Mobile. And now we can continue moving 10th Corps on around to New Orleans. Why they are still sitting here? They had orders to move towards St. Helena, and they still have not done that yet. They should be further along. I gave those orders days ago. The fort fell on the 13th. I gave them orders on the same day. They should be down. They should be at St. Helena now, getting ready to move into New Orleans. That's a little annoying. But I'm going to pause this here. I'm going to go take a look at our office. I think we only lost the one officer in this fight. I got to see if anybody's been defamed or anything like that. So if there are any changes, I'll let you know. So we do have a few changes here to 11th Corps. So Sykes is now the 1st Division commander. He replaced Ayers, who was killed in action. Terrell is wounded, so I'm actually replacing him. I thought I did it already. With Totten. He was a commander of one of the batteries from 1st Army. Sykes was commander of the 3rd Infantry 4th Infantry Regiment in 1st Corps U.S. Regulars. And Butler was the commander of the 1st East Surreys. 1st East Surreys didn't surrender in their entirety. They still have 305 men left with 365 wounded. Butler, the commander, was captured with the brigade, so he has been replaced by John Bendix. So, lost 3 officers. 1 dead, 1 wounded, and 1 missing in action from 11th Corps. So they're not going to be in very good shape, but thankfully we won the battle, so these 2 corps will be going away for the time being. So get this rolled off. And who did 2nd Corps run into? Oh yes, I forgot I had them advancing down against so Ledbetter is the Army commander, and I forget which corps this is. I forgot I had them advancing. So we'll end this episode here. Looks like we'll be opening with an engagement down in Florida for next episode. So if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, and you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so when the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, and officers, and I will oblige on all counts if possible. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.